Okay everyone, and welcome back to part 2 video for finding the common denominator. I'm glad you stayed with me this long. We'll go through the second example, and then of course you're welcome to any questions you may have. Your homework for tonight is to simply, on that same 5.1 day 3 worksheet that I gave you for last night's homework, you are going to do the last two problems, 4 and 5. I give you a hint on number 5, so just follow along with me, and then we'll get to that point when we cross it. Okay? So our example, you try problem, our last example on today's notes, say we are going to simplify cosine over 1 plus sine of theta plus 1 plus sine of theta over cosine by rewriting with a common denominator. So as I said, when we are finding our common denominator, the easiest way to do it is just to multiply the two denominators, whatever they are. So we have cosine of theta times 1 plus sine. Okay, and sorry, that's sine of theta. Just doesn't want to write. So what am I going to do? I'm going to say, what does each denominator need? Our 1 plus sine, we need to multiply top and bottom by the left fraction by our cosine. Our right fraction has a cosine. Top and bottom need a 1 plus sine. And yes, I know it looks very similar to our last example. A lot of these are going to look fairly similar. Okay? The denominators are not all going to be the same, but the process will be the same. Multiply by the common denominator. Now at this point, we are going to do some multiplying up top. Leave the denominator the same. So I'm going to leave it cosine of theta over 1 plus sine. And cosine times cosine is just going to give me cosine squared. Plus, now on the right side, again, I'm going to FOIL. 1 times 1 is 1. First terms, outer terms, plus sine of theta, inner terms, plus sine of theta, last terms, plus sine squared theta. Okay? Again, over that same common denominator. So after this step, what did we do? Remember, we cleaned up the top, and we combined everything over our one denominator. So our denominator is cosine times 1 plus sine, and we're going to combine everything. So what are we going to have up top? Our cosine squared. We are adding, so plus 1 plus sine of theta, and sine of theta is 2 sine of theta plus sine squared. Okay. Now I don't know if you guys had recognized this or not, but this is very similar to our last one. And remember, in our last example, sine squared and cosine squared, no matter where they are, as long as they're being added together, will always just equal out to be 1 and cancel. So what am I really getting? I get 1 plus 1 is 2 again, plus 2 sine of theta. Okay, it will work out nicely over my denominator. And this one is starting to look extremely similar to the last one, which I want you to see it again. 2 plus 2 sine of theta. We want to get the 1 plus sine of theta to cancel, so we need to pull out the 2. We'll be left with 1 plus sine of theta on top, cosine of theta, 1 plus sine theta on the bottom. And again, works out so nicely. The 1 plus sine thetas cancel, and I am left with 2 over cosine of theta, which is 2 secant of theta. Okay? Happen to be the same ending as the last one. A lot of the steps were the same, but a lot of the steps are going to be the same. Okay? A lot of them, that's just how it will end up working out. So what I want to do for a second is I want to go over a problem, go over a little bit briefly to give you a little bit of help on your homework. So on your homework for tonight, you are doing the 5.1 day 3 formative assessment, and you are doing numbers 4 and 5. There are only 2 problems I'm giving you. They are long, but I'm not giving you a lot because I want you to really try them. The first one for number 4, I will help you out. Our denominators are cosine and sine. So what do you think your common denominator is going to be? Like I said, if it was 3 and 5, it would be 3 times 5. So your common denominator is just going to be cosine times sine. That is not the final answer. That is just the common denominator. Number 5, I actually put it on you there for you. Hint, the common denominator for this one is 1 minus cosine times 1 plus cosine. Okay? This one will work out nicely, and it will definitely have a Pythagorean identity. Okay? There will be definitely some squares in here that you're going to see. These are a little bit longer problems. I'm only giving you 2, so I want you to take them seriously. Good job today. I want to give you guys a heads up that the next class period you're going to have a mini quiz that I will be posting up there, and you'll have same time until the end of the day to do. So most likely I'll post up the homework solutions. You'll still do your survey on how you did on the homework, and then I will give you that mini quiz before moving on to our next section. Okay, please contact me if you have any questions. Good job today.